Okay,
Adom.
You are welcome to Best Entertainment Show with your host Halifax Ansah Addo.
Yes, you picture po. Want to me use it go fan say we jai. Anyway, this now yet behind the scenes, discussions be. Me mo bia kwaba. Nyame hira mo nyina say odo am wo mayenti. Mwanya abotre mo twenye. Finally aba betina say. I okay 101.7 FM would see the best entertainment show. Me Halifax Ansah Addo. Na midday best entertainment show. Jumadi no chiame. Oba Bearman fan in Canada. Adele. No producer me ene. DJ Toxic Buano with the production. And si Toxic share Adele ase. Omo ye jumano boom. Na show no nkoso. We call studio 2 so I'm paying you for menu at na se na benete akwa any secret safo. And then mama safo akwa abansa na menko ne ho. Safo yesini twemu panyim pa watwase bebre. Wansan ye dwuma National Commission on Culture as Director of Creative Arts. So see idea, he's more of a cultural advocate and he say brandy and wants to say person music and film and entertainment. General, yeah, nickname a different. General, I'm Wakwaba.
Major Sumini.
Pastor Boko dear.
Bibia Bokoano pay.
Yeah, Danyamias. Yeah. You ever found to say now new opening remarks.
There be main topic in your so them.
Not nyabo tre. First, no na safo na ban and a party na wa bem, but it's your opposition. If it's time of opposition,
I think say your standing agreement,
sir.
Okay. We're in
the period of Lent, and in Ramadan, and see many about. And then the other man is Nene Bennett Teakwako, senior journalist, worked with several leading print media houses in Accra. Sergeant across the world, from a dying Krobo, a pensioner, a worshipper of God, a speaker of truth. Nana Beneta Aquakuma Aquaba.
Medusu Halifax. Me a observation there.
Okay.
But let me start it this way. And then they say, who say, me why a fe, come say, dear. And I just say, Obi. Not do me with this traditional wear. Media show is so and so I need to just mention it and
if I want to come and come up na adasani toga sene is it cross sandals? Yes, and a cross sandals yeah. Any beats.
Yeah.
Why not doing with her?
Yeah, your friend e-fashion. E-fashion and boutique, yeah, actually. Omotema Community 1.
E-fashion and boutique.
E-fashion and boutique. Omotema Community 1. Now, just directly opposite the Community 1 police station. Now, all African designs, in the African design. Kwala dia penye dia unisex bibia. Enti say, upe say, omunsu omu dressi usenya maye kama ende at least you can contact them on 0244 08 4240 and 0245 791365. Na omusi yes and say your government mutino omubi bia 40% discount for everybody. You can contact them. They are the home of African designs. I went there and I was actually impressed. Baby Amupama Diani was different floor. And showroom so another floor. I think it's very modern and a cozy place to be. That is it. But Halifax, that's for that. Now, I just want to just read one paragraph of something I said the other time. I had not done a year can sports for one seminar. Sports seminar super zonals, Me can be say Eastern region. Ye banning 3 schools to be. Now a be me can say. Apart from banning them, no crown, no see. Some years possible, baby cry, mom, or mufa, or munikra, and shit. And I Halifax when Jen suffer soon, show me. Now say, Bia, me bomb me trim somehow, Bisano. Into your name, you can just the paragraph of that letter. No. Now, I mean, to substantiate what I said the other time, they were referring to actually Koforidua Senior High Technical School, SecTech, New Jaben Senior High School, New Jab School, and then New Nsutem Senior High School. Omumi and Sanona, I must say, Omukoye violence. Na letter now, Omudi banning Wamononi. Now, almost as a result of the based on this, that is the violence. The aforementioned senior second cycle schools in the region are banned in capital from organizing. That is 1. Spectating 2, or taking part in all sporting activities, including quizzes, debates, cadetting, and entertainments for 2 years. And then the schools will also fined some amount, 500 cedis each for each school, and then they were surcharged to pay for the cost of any damage or injury to property or at the stadium. So who park cry men for when you crying for 2 years.
And cries are no wine and Ninsa Shasia.
Mrs. Ivy Asante Owusu, PhD, Regional Director, Eastern Region Education. GES. GES.
And regional educator of the regional director of the Ghana Education Service. Or Eastern Region. What's wrong, Krata?
Yeah.
Say school means some bomudi. The edikan. Ma omo in your sports bia for afimino.
Yeah.
The edikan. Ma omo nkoshe. Omo for me nimpo enhwe sports
bia sports bia region.
Quiz nso ka ho.
Quiz ka ho, entertainment ka ho.
Intimibo.
Cadet nso ka ho.
Intimibo. Try say David, Intianka seat match ye be. So mo ko match ya sa school me nsen. Omuntumi nko match.
E na omuntumi nko hwe nso. Per the letter.
Intie bia, Saturday be na Man Uni Arsenal bubble. Omuntumi hwe nso or TV so. Yes, because I have sports. Omuntumi hwe.
And it's a form of entertainment. In the new club you'll be denied. Because you'll be banned from both sports and entertainment.
Just someone to me na pa kick feet so because say bia 1-2 years jogging 1-2 a room to me bia. Na say nye school for no nyina no mo koye say aka de no.
Say mo koye de no in the name of the school.
Oh. Baby my empire director cho. Who's your friend director ni saying?
Mrs. Ivy Asante Owusu.
Oh, Mrs.
In brackets PhD or a doctor.
There's a PhD and Kasanka saying you detect for the
There be.
Regional director moi.
Regional director Eastern.
Oh mami. Adabraka. Mami a man of 15 years. Creative about 1 year. Now we can say school means so we see ma omum partake in any inter-school sports there. You can say yo. Ebia ye interco mo nko bi no problem just o to me nko zone na super zone na no problem but I will see mo hwe bi nso ba braka it would when the boss to crap wa
yes
ombe oh de bi mami me nko panicho
be as a outside the region there but not in the school in the zone
in the area pon school me share uniform me kofie ankwada bobo got out to go me to me
what umra
oh mama into the upper dress some science and maths quiz you ye omun to me share what even so
omun to me partake so
oh adabraka mama
it's interesting but they just want something stiff to deter other schools from, because it is becoming a norm more or less. So I just decided to just breed that.
Maybe na say quiz and can sport. Say my quiz also.
Quiz. Any debate. They were specific on
that. Debate
who is who in our society.
Because I wasn't doing sports in school, but I was doing a lot of debates.
I
represented my school at several debates. It is a sports for akwa dia enya. We see yeah debate. Just I want to mean drama competition so.
There be. It is some debate be between the schools in the region Kofobia. Who is Pope John is a tech, there is a tech there, they won't take part. Ordinary debate, quiz.
Cadet
in Sukan. Cadet. It matching in here, you know.
Boy. Aye. Elizabeth Gazer says, Nene, I see you. Halifax Ansah Addo, near, I see you. Elizabeth Gazy, I see you too. I'm behaving very, 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 very well today. You can join us live on OK 101.7 FM on Facebook Live for your questions, your comments, your contributions, your suggestions. This one is from Shatawale, and it calls it the Street Crown, and it is a good reason I'm playing the song. The name is Charles Niama Mensah. Now, honestly, I come in Kwanka Shatawale on so be a friend with Charles. Who say Charles for no? Shatawale and well, then official name is Charles Niama Mensah. I respect that, but I come in Kwanka. A man with Dimby to say Donald, you know, Donald for and not Trump. You get what I mean?
Na Netanyahu they also Benjamin.
And George not Trump. Charles Niama Mensah. Now, for a while now, my panel member for 6 years standing, Sokrit Safo, he's becoming a writer. I don't know why. Aside Trotro, we say Safo speaks not Trotro. I mean, on a wide range of issues, from sports to politics to history to culture to social life to health. And 2 days ago, or the statements be to on Facebook, and basically the summary is that now or to Shatawale for, and the advice has to do with Shatawale's style of distributing money in the streets, say beer or honey fans, and now come baby boys don't be sound seka traffic, man now two sikan, now a pity sikano, na he. I read it in full, and Shatawale has responded. And my member says, Safo first says, Safo, the important I will say Shatanya. What exactly the important now pattern? What is your on open no ye? In fact, or why then?
Okay, quick one. Ali, Shata ayobia ne fans or do mo pa. Ena oma asoni mua from nowhere. Tawala ababesi ne nti ono de okai omo nti bibi obenye bia no opeso ne omo che. Now, how is he going to give it to them? In his wisdom, of course say odru ba bia no watoa momo no bia nya bi. And no na Mr. D seni oye no na me say look, wouldn't it be better say obestra channel? Because me calculate sika akweti me spend it in a week or 2 bundle back of 5 cedis. Bundle back in 500
Yeah,
bundle back
yes, times 100 pieces.
100 pieces. 500
cedis.
And you know, or 2 by 5 and now 6.
Okay, that's 3,000 for instance.
3,000 for instance. Hali, apprentice. What do you be share a jumemu as an apprentice? I hear the cost. Enti me se nka omo aboa youth na no menim ko obefa so obetimi hu omo mpeso omusua nsawa no dwuma bi no mfa omo nko hyemu se fitting obi obeye coding obi obeye seamstress hairdressers ne niamai no mfa omo nko hyemu then ontua omo apprenticeship fee no emma masters no all over the country men kan say ono no nko bie shop there be masters no ko area bia obo youth na no akotua momo na omusua wia ho no you can have a structure omo esua de ni nyina no bo omo no no ama omo obi nso no machire no because you benefit for free no so achire obi that way no I believe say enka ehun faso no ebeye structured ne widespread and the bia na need so no say youth ni nyina benya adwuma ye no mo nsa call ma no and only soon the bia. Now I believe this is a better structure than throwing the money on the streets. Throwing the money on the streets, the risk a woman say. Sometimes car say ba. Driver be or no na so she efrifie. Ohu atukulate akra mpo a ohu na obehu an ne atuska ne boys di mirika na obi akotwa ka bia nim ne pan. Wa wonim sane amenu atie. Ensema ye be ka wo Ghana han say as if so no na ekum nipa. Enti sa futuo no na me de man no Halifax.
Mamenti say me was see here na.
Okay.
Because sometimes I now would say.
Okay.
Obeka then Midubeka said that wasn't what you meant.
Okay.
But of course, many times that wasn't what you meant. Because, so when you were talking, I was writing, right?
Okay.
Me see two main points.
Yeah.
Two main.
Yeah.
One. Who Patrick said, in fact, three. But first one, you just the foundation says, Shatawale Yaubia Odoni fans.
Yeah.
Now he's continued that style from the days of Tawala.
Tawala, yeah.
Inse na nyamia yena doma wanya bibi pa jina no. Who Patrick said the obenya bia opese binka ne fans no. That's your point one.
Yeah.
And that enunti so huomwa opese ompitisika.
Yeah.
He makes the money rain on them.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have a problem with that approach.
Yes.
And yes, say, or you are doing how.
No.
But approach to how.
Exactly.
For two reasons. One, we see there are unknown dangers that can happen. Unpredicted, unplanned. Because mostly be traffic more and na main road na kabia ko fa obi so na kwa yasem. Number two, unyayanka, on fambwa nipa bako. For instance, or check 3,000 cedis. Amadon bebria. Ebia, sa 3,000 cedis. Now to meet you nipa mienu apprenticeship fee. No monko sion mon sanwe juma. Is that what you are saying?
Exactly. Na uhwe sika oche in a week. Ali, obeti me at nipa beye 20 or 30. Ako share juma mu. Sika spending a week. Say oche. In a week, baby, obeko biya no on free hokwa. When nipa 20 minimum, obeti me the oma share juma per the scar or channel.
Nana, any comment on him before I want to probe what he's saying, but before
we come to the Chatter's response, Nana.
Okay, I get you.
Oh no, so say.
Okay, and I get you. Okay. So it puts you it gives you a clearer picture. Okay. So for suggestion, let's say, youth no be brain ebia omunya obia onu mo be share dwuma mo a ebe bo mo chense ebia o church 2020 this and 10 cities but say oye o for instance Shatter Foundation, Jazzy Empowerment, and the others nyina mo yes idea no.
Yeah.
So he has a foundation that is actually paying school fees, apprenticeship fees, any day account now to do what we call capacity building or skills acquisition. That one is there. Yeah. And then this is Shazzy Empowerment. No so Bebre pay, learn how to drive, pay, acquire a license, pay, get on that their Shazzy thing all year now. So if in addition to that, he feels that, well, see car and to me third down there. Yeah, they do fufu. And man can
and Ralajo. Shatta frame late in the night, and we spoke for over 3 hours.
Okay, and so Phyllis said, although I'm doing this major,
yeah, okay, I say, Sika,
Sika to me in third dying there.
Okay, Diane, hello. Also, got the same thing.
Also, got the same thing.
The same thing.
I wouldn't think I like on that.
Chalish Karaka, you're watching, you
get what I mean. So, how would you respond? He's already doing it.
Yeah. Okay, now, Nra. Frame it, send American.
Respond to my own and then come to.
Oh yeah. The response no. The same thing.
Now okay, I didn't.
And now you doing command or say, look, as some American, or tiase, onim, but the fact ne say, or yebi, the Dow, and man send me evidence. Nkrofo otu omo school fees boys ni bebre otu omo university omo de omo akọ adwuma mu saloons bebre wo ha otimi ma omo hair machine your friends say dryer o say eniema no minister
come say
to man kwaran, but he does those things on the quiet. He will do it on the quiet that people on person or no dear or DJ fans, but he feels that is more of a spiritual fulfillment for him. Say obey sa niema fine, but near me who say or two sikano na no chire say look or hwe nipa na gina ho na or say or come what do fit no pa winyo bia more 5 cities da no dia koto gari and sometimes who nipa na no mu gina ho so to hwe bia o kai ono ni beginning opo bia man just 5 cities bia na 50 pesos bi no dia koto gari keke no waso ku no wadi enti no ontimi mo nto lai se mo nto lai na obi anye no enye possible ofrika ni mu a enye yie enti the best way ni say obeto agu ho fine ya me ka no ne challenge no onim enti onim se ne a one convoy no so akasa how they move se o move a time I say o so move because onim se otu scan na manfo obe kwakugo fine enti ono de he feels in that on that particular moment, you know, he must give people something to go and do something small. That is unknown. It's also another way for him to also get away from the place. Because we want a crowd who be breeze sana na manfo be good ho. So too kwa send obey no. Into your two scan go and say I know etimi afa hanoko.
Hey. Ntinyame share with fame so much say we call baby say won two sike ngua want me be ekwan ma wonko. Fame so sometimes is expensive.
Yeah. Because why I share crowd no. Why yes there's no way I'll be to
So these are your issues.
Yeah.
And then these are his response.
His response, yeah.
Okay.
We spoke on the like
we'll continue.
Yeah. Okay.
Nene.
Yeah, Hali.
Do you understand Safo's issue in the first place? In
the constance, no.
Okay.
Kakra said Safo is now taking this line on things like this.
Okay.
Yes, because Mikaipa said I raised this something similar some time ago, and what he told me said it is part of the business. He used the word razzmatazz, and that it is part of it. So there's nothing wrong.
I hear the train of the money.
Yes.
Let him land.
Yes,
let's
train the train of money, no, and all those things. So it's part of the business, no, or muye, no. It's part of the razm. He used the word and he stressed and stretched it.
Stretching is saying.
So it's razzmatazz.
Okay.
Nah, you know.
Them na Safokai.
Them no can.
Okay.
So it's part of it's razzmatazz. Like it goes with the industry.
Okay.
It, you know, there's nothing you can do about it, and he seems to have even condoned it at that time. But I agree with him, especially on the area of endangering people. Sebia. So I agree with him on that line. There are people who love to do this. They love to share money in a Robin Hood style. So okay, Robin Hood, I in the books years ago. You know, he grabs money from the rich and throws it to the poor to collect and all that kind of a thing. So I agree with himself. Some people's lives can be endangered in the course of collecting sikano. because just because of 5 CDs, so bet me a piano young kotogo tamukra because they were out struggling for 5 CDs in the air. You know, I agree with him, and I still need some more further explanation from the way from Shatta. No, because it's not about the convoy. Say he has a way of directing the convoy. It's about the people themselves also, because once you throw the money there, you don't control how they go struggling for it anymore. You can control your convoy, yes, but as for the people who are coming to struggle for the money, no, you can't control that anymore. And I'm sure you cry. Obi be proud, but he won't even see it. So no ko. Obi be timi atogo temu anya sprain be and I say a fracture be, but at that time he is gone. Then finally, let me also say, when he does that over and over again, the people will become so used to it that anytime they see him, they will go there, knowing very well, say, Omubenyaska. When your fans becomes used to that style, say, okay, I needed to throw some money so that I'll find an avenue to go away. When your fans become used to it, wherever they see you, know, because of money, not to hail you, but because of money, they will come there. Even here, Sheep House or Hakra, even when they hear some politicians on radio, they know say Ombenya Bibi. By the time the politicians leave the show, 1 hour show, our bano, Nipa go outside or move no. Not because they are coming to hail him. Oh, boss, here, Bibi, and that kind of a thing. So that's what I think one negative thing, so people will become so used to it, they will now begin to look for money from wherever they see him. I don't think he will be ready every day, every time, with bundles of money on him. He will have to put money on there because the people are used to it. That is my only. But I think, yes, I agree with you. Shatta has been doing things already for people, and that is it. That's all I can say for now.
Nene.
Yeah.
Mibo. What would be your suggestion of he sharing that razzmatazz money, or you are totally against it?
I mean, I'm not in favor of that kind of throwing money in the air. No?
Okay, good.
If he identifies needs of people, he should find an organized way of doing it.
Okay, and to start our baby, if you are the friend was saying Ship House, or by UTV, only I know that Bobo Musa. Or see from the boys are there.
Okay.
No more Fiamma no come on, no more SM for life, no more we will not chop since morning, no more.
Okay, so
at that point, what would he do?
At that point, if I were him, me frɛ baako na ma bisa ne sɛ when na yɛ mo leader. Oh, me say ni desa. Me frɛ baako. Work out me who say we na yɛ mo leader and one of the leaders. Na say bondo me nu a na kan tell say mo nkoche.
Recipe for disaster.
Oh, enu mo ye better than the danger you are even concerned about, you know. Enu ye a little bit better.
Okay.
Se nipa ba ko di ko a.
Ebia me example no.
Okay.
And ambua.
Okay.
Because me ma was specific say about Ship House.
Okay.
Shatta do Fiesta Royal traffic lights. Nani tre temakwan no.
Yeah.
Nechi tre se John assassin wa chi mota forest on.
Then just say John assassin.
On yes, okay, but say offer lefter oko Gimpa Road honum sa Fiesta.
Yeah, so
far righter oko traffic no my boys number bebre same Shatta no more kele bia oko no go cry and touch come the pi no mu so obi kra ba beda car nanim say time no fa ne so o see ndidi
me ma
oh ma
traffic the light can show green at any time. The light can show green at any time. Debbie, maka me bashi. I'll just tell them something and go, because the new year the more dangerous. Car red best source is the way they will struggle for the money, no car will move for the next 5 minutes maybe.
Okay. So look at the flip side.
Okay.
Otusikana. Ombe struggle for some 5-10 minutes. Car be a movie. On Tusikano swear. Unim the ABC. Every minute, 100 people joins. So if he's there for the next 5 minutes, they keep growing. They keep growing. They keep growing. Now, Oma blocking road na kasa.
But you see one thing.
Lights now so green. Ping. Here. Police to me. At that point, what do you do?
No, when he's driving, the car no Sebio yanchero shata wo ho. But only few people know the car. Normally no, so no shata say open top type here na so no be unity as that jena car no more. There's no way they will stop him. There's no way, hold on. There is no way they will just stop him. There's no way they will come and block the road. But say Okora shopping mall. Somebody will tell somebody, say, shut up, you can't park here, no, me who knows or inside or and you say no, by the time he comes out, that crowd will be there. Now, if we are saying, say, because of his popularity, then are we saying that when Shatta moves from, let's say, 37 to Medina, all the 10 traffic lights, people will be waiting for him there? They won't. Unless say no one can say do traffic light, who fans, then yeah, but how no matters, but you gave the job example, the traffic light example, yes, but he can't be doing it every traffic light, and the people will not be gathering waiting for him at every traffic light but I know what people, famous people go through. Famous people, the Michael Jackson.
One boys are Mwabano. One boys are Mwabano. Omwe diedro. Omo use AI. Omo nim obiaka. Ope akotoka nene. Men register. Omo names. I don't know how they do it. Okay. Because penyim be my downfall. So it's mimika mokra tainted. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how they do it. Then we now have others who actually some any nice car be up here. One person will just say, why nation? Na some who will pay no more. One day, my driver from Legon Bypass Road.
Okay.
They try to set me free. I don't even know how to call that area.
Yeah, University of Ghana Hospital.
They be
open bus stop.
They be one Fiesta Royal.
Oh, okay.
Traffic light says I branch left. Echo Legon Echi Honum.
Yeah.
Me free side no. Bahasi. Okay. Into many traffic lights no. Nene. About 200-300 meters before the traffic light, say now traffic move. Me ko hu ya omo mutande me sure say muti o manim say no kre omo mutande wo ho no nyina those who watch the windscreens omo muton pirated pen drives yi omo muton towel rag na friend no
duster
gidi omo muto so omo nito obi adwane babe gidi. Honestly, I go very scared. Say, what is happening? Speed, gidi. Wabo. Pablo. I'm saying, what is happening? Then close to 200-300 people. Then now those from the say a crossroad. Obiaba. No, you see NDC penyin bi. Also, office bi or youth office bi or sale no so. I see a friend of Pablo. So I ask myself that is this what the man goes through each time he comes to that office? And your campaign time?
No, but I agree with you.
I'm saying that just to say that
Pablo no scan way.
I don't want to believe you're asking a political question.
No. I can't generally, we are looking at the problem headache.
Omunya baby, onya wo baby MPs no nyomo seka no wono. And no ko parliament lobby. Baby MPs for nko di snacks kakra. E bi mu dwano mu ntumi nko ho. Oho anso no nyawo. Okay. Nene, so I was giving this example to slightly disagree with you.
Okay.
Say it is only when Wale Jinitsi Efrain open top and now or using a yellow or violet car na no mbe hono.
Okay.
The boys somewhere
The boys no more being that's why I agree with you. Say some of the guys there who yet they will talk no there they will know. And that you see these are some of the hazards are famous people all over the world they go through. In fact, the Michael Jacksons and the rest of them, no. Sometimes if they want to go even into a shop, they disguise themselves so much because we pay every shop, no crowd. But it's not because of money, mom. But the way they will virtually mob you, no. One can be very crass. There are some famous people when they want to go into a jewelry shop, they call, they close the shop for 1 hour. Say 1 hour no baby do a they close the shop. He will pay. They will close the entire shop. They will say they are not selling now between now and 12 o'clock. But they won't tell him. Then they will bring him through a back door. Until they go through all these unfortunate hazards worldwide. And it's unfortunate that Shatta is also going through. But on this guy,
and see, your suggestion say a stationed place, and you say or drive it. A stationed place like a mall, Waba Peace FM. Wakwa story be I mean Obi Lanchi products wakwa said Dom no basa on be some say I go be your leader. No dear mama. Make you from one logo line. That is what you are saying.
Yes, otherwise we won't be able to solve the concerns of Sokrisafo.
Okay. But traffic mudia almost den omo call Danny car na name say Shatta na won kwa nti ma no so on ko na wa park or no mo da
park but our big guys our bouncers am betimi push wo say Charlie the thing
no more wale atron police fu epo na e bia wo hu sa de na bi da
ma hu ni shows a wa ye a all coffee a crowd no as like Safo was saying no. He had to use a dummy style to throw money through this direction so that he will get chance to slowly, speed off sort of. Mahoney crowd power. Mahoney crowd power. But my fear is that when they become used to that,
yeah, so we don't want them to get used to that.
Okay.
And see, with the two suggestions about, I want to just make sure you stand by them.
Mine is just to minimize it.
Minimize it. Okay. And to say, don't know powers and say, where your leader did.
Say picking leader among themselves. But
normally, when they do it, when the money per back one. Some will get, some may not get. Just as the Utro Sikanuswa, not everybody will get. The 500 people over there, when you throw it in the air, not all of them will get it, definitely.
Well,
so there's no
I would not want to be the leader who will receive that money. Because I may get home with no hands. How much does it mean? No eyes. No eyes. Okay.
Because we are some people will get, some people will not get. If you throw it in the air, it's the same thing. With the until me say in the more organized way. No. If they cannot tell you who their leader is, then they go.
Politicians cry. Man, who be there? Sometimes you
see, even educated people do it. They cheat their neighbors.
Okay. For we count. So that's a mekosa for what me back topic we should be. I go straight to this independence matter.
Okay.
Nene. Ebia ya adwin ko. Ana assemblian see. You get what I mean? It's a issue. And I'm not saying this to single out Shatta Wale. No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The culture of throwing money, even in church, putting money on the ground, even at parties, spraying money on the ground. Sa currency no. Abain the neseka kwa currency. Pity go from. Do you know in some jurisdictions can land you in jail?
Yes, I almost experienced something like that.
But minim se Ghana ha mrano wo ha ena yan fanye juma ana mra bie ni hosa. I'll find out where from the lawyers.
I really don't know whether there is a law in Ghana to that effect. In other places where even the law is there, they hardly apply it. In Tema,
Except Nigeria now.
Nigeria was where I experienced it. I was at Muritala Airport. I was seeing a friend of. And now, the other time, the highest denomination was the Muritala. That's 20 naira.
Okay.
So I was just talking. I was folding the money, just rolling it, and talking to the guy. My name is security guys in Obia. Then he came to me directly and said, "Hey, you, if Nigeria money you default, so you see that kind of thing." Then yes, he confronted me, and the way he was talking, it's an offense against the state and the rest of them. So yes, even where the law is there, they don't apply it. Once a while, somebody can confront you. In some jurisdictions, it's not allowed. But the Africa part, we even walk on the money. People dance on it, on the floor.
General.
Yes, sir.
No, we are draining one breath. But ekonom kwanka. Suddenly enjoy crack. Because the dangers be bad.
Okay.
And the suggestion is say, I mean, what's he leader? And say, yeah. I'll do some number line.
And then I'm finding the leader.
David Nassau, no, don't.
I mean, son, I am going to
Now, why are you you have any rebuttal or you're done?
No rebuttal, contribution, kakra. We see, can I say now, can you know? Make I say this guy or Nigeria, BBB Bobrisky. Is it Bobrisky? Yeah, or they need to jail for that. Say, of course, spread this car, man, go jail on it. You are right.
And I'll be surprised if our laws are totally silent on that. But I'll go and check.
Okay.
With the topic we have here.
Yeah.
No find alibi say, oh, you see, Yoko say we know they spread money for ground.
Thank
Yeah. So if you go find one logo line there.
Okay. But Ali, there's one vital point that and yesterday I discussed with him. Would him say international all over the world, celebrities, our foundations, which goes to their tax credit.
Yeah. When you do charity as social
in our conversation,
I
raised it to him and pointed, say, amount to now, Chicheno. Say, or channel through the structures, the documents were one. Obetimi di enya ne tax credit ni said the bia ne GR4 tata no ne niama no
tax returns the beba
ni nyina no ebeba. And so this should go to most of the or all your friends and celebrities say adoye no mo ya mon document it, so that when the tax man comes ubetimi e the account or record so no hu at least nya government here ontimi nyeye enso obi aso no munso mo boa aban ewo kwan bi so. That is my submission for now.
So Madam Phobia send me briefly Currency Acts 1964 Act 242. This act prohibits acts that tend to depreciate, misuse or destroy the currency, damaging, defacing or treating banknotes in a disrespectful manner can violate this, as the Act covers regulations on the proper handling of notes and coins. Yeah, coins were hostile. Anyway, so 1965, I will say. And then the Bank of Ghana also talks about clean note policy, which basically prohibits action that shorten the lifespan of the banknote, such as stamping on it, writing on it, tearing it, or soiling them. Then it also talks about misuse of currency, showing disrespect, similar to the laws in other jurisdictions and recent trends in the putting money on the ground, sometimes referred to as spraying or throwing money, generally viewed as illegal because it misuses and damages the notes. And I'll come back to you now. Because many of these churches here, they say come and put some money on the altar. The altar is always on the floor. And we all go and put the money on this altar and
so we even squeeze it and drop it.
We even write on it and but so what is a beautiful point. The old you better remove Sasamiji.
Okay.
And let's find a way of, getting an excuse why he can't spray money.
Let's give him that excuse.
Surprisingly, currency note no. For instance, was from independence, Anytime BIS is note they change the face, the person's face in Nipa, they add security features, but at the end was through
this
it's
note
the
is
same
legal
way.
tender.
This note is legal tender and is acceptable for the payment of any amount. And we did the same wedding and also from they change everything except that particular writing.
Anyway, what do you think? What do you suggest? Safo says Ekononkwanka Shatawale should stop spraying money. And he should channel those monies, into helping individuals who want to learn a trade, who want to acquire some capital, who want to start a business. Shata Avrano, I can't say, me ye dear we can na, and me, but me free streets no so. Sometimes the nepa no hear some moments no. 5 cities or they got okoko. And you have no country and say 5 cities no mean farm out. Inti ya brafi ana ko ho same flex na intro within na go hwehwe adwuma ma o si debi inti ye wo sika ye de to wache ene ye wo sika de tua fees
So funny.
you don't know nyina. I didn't even know he told you that. Yes, I said I'm telling you. What do you also think, Mpacho? Let me read your comments, your suggestions on Facebook Live, OK101.7 FM. I'll read them out for you. I want to know what exactly you think about this matter. Because if it's about spraying of money per year, do we see the politicians do it sometimes? Almost where they endangering people's lives. Anyway, let me read your comments.
But me pacho onkra no say me the amount.
Onkra ben.
O say me nchira say he owes you a hot wave phone.
Wana.
Shatawale into your debebro.
Me dana say. But I grow no fem. Because it's here for Bekaya. What's the baby? I would see no country. I say. Is it NY and NY?
KNY.
KNY. Or say, or the headphone be bremi.
Okay.
Besine.
From the same Safu.
From the same Safu. Nazada and Nanyawa dancing.
And we can say that's I don't know. Nesemene na ko ese.
Safu be share me sabono about 5 times.
Yes.
Headphone no way.
Mpacho menene na ko se kwakoje. Abrao. Obunu betimi edi madanse na esiye. Me pacho.
Nene share me bo.
Yeah, me tiwase.
Last time what country say e wo car mo. So na wo car wo
on air.
Dress a wakwa kwaji e wo car mo. Headphone no way.
Oh God.
O me wo mre me twen wo headphone no way.
O can say
David e wo da wo car no na wo de bre me no way.
No no ka kire me say me mfa no mra na ode foforo ebeba ani hands one.
And I was with the command.
Yes, send me the command.
Wama Makai Abrantia B.
On the wife bow.
On the wife bar me ho. Say in fact on barbers chiami. And I'm beside the wife and say, "Ah, we had you my bang." And I see, "Oh, can you know now ton your sleepers ye be ne Charlie what take crave hostel." Well, me pe biato oton Charlie what ne ye Crocs in your mania maybe. Na we this kan nyina. Inti it's a say I do on yedwuma bia. And I'm catch and say, "Oh, inti winya capital obeye." Oh see hi. Inti me shon boss o mama capital no. 2 weeks pepe omombra. Nene. In 2 weeks time, Abranti and the yire no saba me office biom. In those days na me wo fadama.
Okay.
Na say I don't know we see capital no ya he. And no see for example, person me mbo figure. 2,000.
Okay.
And I'm saying 2,000 na wo de beto nyama na different bevom or body dry or see how me see okay. My no 3,000 the amount. Into G. Enye loan. Enye grant. Me de chow. Fa. Na call fato, you know, what do you call it?
No pam sieve no.
Na David na onfa or say all the ching. When you myself catch him, I see you. Honestly, so I don't know. I can't say no. You say first no, they are they no so to how they see na pim so the a power so the ching. So see anka opese otonia mana on pam. You know, sieve kakra. They say container kakra wo mu fie nanim.
Oh, okay.
Enti me de enup so be ka ho anka. And I see o sa okay. Sisi ade enu nye ready. But the ye can na wo see 2,000, my no 3,000. Me de amount. Wo nye ready fa no ma me ansa. So that da me ye ready no. Na me fa sieve no ne container ne seka no so ma. E no de ma me. I don't know, be see any o de ma me na ne kro bisa no say. Obisa kwa. Oluwana. No, catch a necron say, I am many wo boss and some temasem and yaw. But no shred him, sir, or per se also. That's me to see K magic. And no more coy. Or more coy, and I'm a friend upon me and some years ago here when I meet your mom. Listen, in the Safo or Biacha will fool said, I had one said for Bremy. And a little catcher will say, oh, men for man review. For mammy back, the man of Papa China was with a man. Oh. Shut up, you know, as
Where the dust rises, the kings are made. The throne the road, just a shadows shed. Brick by brick, we built from pain. Under the streets lights, we carve our name. The ones blow loud, they sing our fight. We chase the dawn through endless nights. Street card on my head, I'm staying real. Every scar's survive, every wound will heal. They can't break me, no, they never will. Street card on my head, I'm made of steel.
Internet where me cry, it keeps cutting, but let's see how it would go. So basically, we've entered our Independence Month. It is this weekend. A lot of activities. It is starting from Thursday. Fifi Coleman and then it's I told you so. Almost here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then of course Friday and your friend and saying Celestine Donko or your name Celestial Praise 12 no ewo awoshi Victory Bible Church. Messages we mean CSO. Bra Sami says 3 years ago, so Safo said, and the people shouted, ow, 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 Yesu, Nana, Wabofem. Okay. Safo guys are some. Oh, Nana Wabafem. Mekai. Good morning, Mr. Halifax and crew. I'm Obibini Electricals watching you live from Ablekuman Pentecost Junction. It is not Shatta alone. Even our own president saved certain lady who sells eggs. Gave certain lady who sells eggs money on his campaign. What about that one too? Everybody depende. Osprey Sekano Ana or saying. And Leonard Adi Boafos, Mr. Halifax, not only Shatapeu, even our current president and Nana Bediako also does same things. I'm Obibini Electricals watching you live from Obibini Electricals. Yeah, so what should be the solution? yenye den safo si upite sekana sa kabe to me abobi. In fact, safo ultra asem na me hum say na ri efi di ultra na menem or see apart from that no e bia wa pity 5,000 wa dwene se nipa 100 na beche nipa ba ko be fam 4,000 of course because say eba no sa enye se obi so nye bi kra because ya hoodin na di Jessica no nti wa wonsa so and wabeti ye kesiye una obenya dodoa. So he explained some of these things going on. So what is the suggestions? Nene si onu die ba no sa yenhwehwe class prefect. No be from one logo line. Now catch from say ago wa asimesi we a obia nim no yi. Ye nim the fie bo so mu nim no yi na ehia wo kwan ho. Ya fa no panyin nti ye the 5,000 a share nsa. Obechi ama mu nyina. Nene see, I mean that is one of his suggestions.
That's how the politicians do it over here. A worship house and Nimha. You see about 80, 90 people, and they give money to some one or two people. Say, no drive, no corny baby. They don't spray it on the ground. That is my
okay. Akwesi Achiache, one of our most loyal, viewers on Facebook says, Hali. The handling of the Ghana cedi is so bad, though. Especially when you see the 5 cedi notes, the 5 and 1 cedi notes. No, most of them look so old. But in America, here where I'm staying, there is nothing like squeezing of money. Even if it's $1, we don't squeeze it. All money is straight in your pocket or wallet. It's a good suggestion from both Safo and Nene. That is from Akwesi Achiache. Now, Kojo Braham said it is a good suggestion from both Safo and Nene. But it will be very, very difficult. Boys on the streets are too wild and sometimes uncontrollable. It will take a lot to put an end to this. Emmanuel Afo, Nene, Jai. Na Emfa. Satan and fans with the Emfa. Well, Joan Seville, you're watching us live. Charles Young, how is your wife Sarah? Okay, I'll read every message you send today and let me wonder. Let's see. Savo, no, let me go to the next time. No, we are entering our Independence Week. Savo Minister, that wouldn't be fair. I mean, we started with you. Let me go to Nene. You think everything is fine? We are telling an independence story well enough. And now your usual ritual, we just talk about it. We don't understand what exactly we are talking about. What does Independence Week mean to you in the year 2026? Is it the same thing it's meant to you in the year the 70s, the 60s, the 80s? Has anything changed? Are we telling the story well enough? Do people still relate with it, or is it just a day for going on holidays and excursion?
Independence today, no, I think to me, my whole independence over and over and over again, and today it is becoming more like a ritual, annual ritual. The frenzy around it has become monotonous.
As you saying, annual ritual, frenzy becoming monotonous.
One way be mrenusua. And I said 2 days to the time, if you listen to the radio, all the commercials and whatever they do to welcome in, to usher in the Inukrano. At long last, the battle is ended. Who called the next station? At long last, the battle is ended. And Ghana, that is all, nothing more, nothing less. And I think it's a monotony in America, one-sided, a bit boring, and the rest of them. Tamana ye nkwalanu na yeniji more because of the involvement of kids and everybody, even at the local school level. And that say they spend too much money on independence, so let's do it small, let's do it on the quiet, let's do it this. If your whole independence is now to be done on the quiet, then you need to tell the story differently or wider. Say activities now cover independence, then you have to broaden it so that people will have things to see, things to know, and the rest of them. But the Kobani say, a few people will march and the president and other people will see it, and others will have to watch on television, and that's the end of the story. And then all what we hear is, at long last, the battle is ended. That is all. It's only one person's voice about whenever it comes to independence. It's only one person's voice.
Okay.
And that's where the monotony comes in. Friends in as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing new. I'm not welcoming this date in any special way. Seriously. So the organizers need to rethink and make it more.
The level of patriotism in the average Ghanaian. The level of Ghanaianness in the average Ghanaian, being proud of your country, knowing the independence struggle and the story, loving Ghana more. That level in the month of January and February, do you feel, say, by the end of March, level now goes through and nothing changed?
There was nothing changed. Nothing.
It doesn't revitalize patriotism.
Patriotism in itself, under normal circumstances, it's not supposed to be regarding independence alone.
Okay.
But Yankasano, the love for country, I cut down. The love for country, I cut down. So it is the love for self, and I take it over.
Okay.
So you don't care whether look at our state institutions. Anything the state lays its hand on, now Pascal. But the individual, ever taking over that particular thing, say a transport sector, say a health sector, say a media. Look at the private media. Now they compare government to the Adibia binding in Sabeka Biano. Now, because people feel say Ajumano and Papa dear. The same thing that the ministries and so it's a pathetic situation. So we shouldn't have allowed it to be an independence thing alone.
Okay.
It should cover all the 12 months.
Final question. Do you feel by the end of this month, the average Ghanaian, especially those who are now growing up, will better understand the independence struggle story, or will become even more confused?
From what I am seeing now, from the way it is being programmed and ushered in, there's nothing new, there's nothing different. It has become an annual ritual. It's the same thing with even our festivals. Every year they will come with a different theme. But basically, it's about beating drums and then carrying chiefs to the backgrounds and then coming back home. So it's the same thing. I haven't seen anything new that they are doing now that will tell me, say, this year, by the time they finish, more, and they will love their country more. No,
okay.
I haven't seen anything on the table.
The Brown Automobile, one of our Ardens listeners, sends a message and says, I think the market women with their flotter are worse in handling our local currency. Anyway, General
Halifax.
Same set of questions. Is it a good time where Ghanaians will become more patriotic, love our country the more? Is there a time where the youth will better understand? Is there a time where by the time we are done, we'll be more united and more focused, where we understand what the Ghana story is, the Ghana dream, and or is just, I don't know what to think.
Ali?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Ghana, the story of our history has been twisted. Now, generations are, baby, I drew ne. Ya twisted on no be anim, but the actual truth no dear ya twatchene deliberately ya cover so, and that is what I think we should start discussing now as a country and as a people. Who gave Ghana independence? And obia bebon krumedin, obia ebebon krumedin. But is that a fact?
You mean Nkrumah didn't give Ghana independence?
What was the independence about? Were we sleeping somewhere and Nkrumah came and told us, hey, mu on kwasuma se na obia sorry, me kwako kuamamo. Yes, he fought for independence. Was there a fight? No, Ali. I wish every permono you be my opportunity because we're beside the right question.
You have 3 minutes, so
Yes.
you can say a lot within 3 minutes.
Ghana was not conquered by the British, let alone give us independence.
You mean Ghana wasn't a British colony?
What was the colony? How did we become the British colony? The bond of 1844 was signed between chiefs in the coastal area and the British for protection. And they also said, say, okay, you better have protection now, more from the Ashantis now. And ye, yenso no, munye ni pakunkum, munye way, yen o muchi kromphobia, yen ye bedinasem, away a court, your court system. Asa. Then the British, out of that arrangement, extended their powers. There was no time that the Africans or the Ghanaians actually jina powers or muniso. The Aborigines' rights petition and say, hey, mu person mo fire assassin, you don't have that right. Withdraw. Any petition that was given to the British for them to seize certain powers, they agreed. Even the right for them to leave the country for the Africans, no, they agreed. They never objected before Nkrumah came to the land. When the petition was sent to them, say ye pesi ye control ye hono. Omo can see there be. But who are they handing over to? That was where the problem was. Because omo di assassin ma omo na ya himfo no. Now by the 1950 something no, na omo ni hobiem. So the territory crampo at the moment no mass spread no. And who are they to hand over to? It was that process that brought in Nkrumah. And Nkrumah came at the last minute when that process was almost at the end. So how do you now come to allocate everything to him? Say, oh, no, independence. Let's discuss that. Let's interrogate that story. Oh, the story that was given to us from Nkrumah that say this. That is what we all know today. But the truth is that the story has been the fight. It was that the process now here come. Because the whites cannot hand over to who? Who are they going to hand over to?
Eventually, who did they hand over to?
They supervised a process. A Maya handed over to the Nkrumah, who had then have an organization. The process they won.
So to many, the person they eventually handed over to,
yes,
was the one who.
But he was not the architect. He was not, let's be honest to the facts, Halifax. Yeah, process. Na ya design program. Bia ni yesi okay. Any yesi enyo obi obe host for this program. Obi a design program no. Obi a station de beko. Ni yesi oh okay Halifax. Yen hwe ni obetimi ne ebeto so. Ye to aba ne to so. Are you the architect of the program? Are you the one who the author of the program? When he came down to do what? When he came from US, was he fighting for independence?
He
for the
came
country?
down to join the independence struggle.
What was the no? He came down to join UGCC. What were they fighting for?
Safa, what did I say? I said he came down to join the independence struggle.
Yes.
So
but
why did you say who?
Sorry. Sorry.
We are 12 Abuapan we uncle.
I mean, this story, we need to discuss it.
But when we're
about
helping
time
you,
we should interrogate.
But when we're even helping you, say no.
Also say you are wasting time. Hali,
time I come and got peace. Once
me don't call Bible mu.
Safo 12 Abuapan.
But me don't call Bible mu. God, told Israel, Israel say, omu history, omu kanchira omu madebia. I will bet him many quotations in Deuteronomy where God can't say they should tell their history.
Point is,
the history of our land needs to be properly interrogated today because it was distorted.
By whom?
By Nkrumah.
For what?
For his personal gravitation.
At what time?
When he became the leader.
12 abo apaho sima mienu. Yanko Peace 104.3 for the midday news. Socrates Safo Nana Beneta Kwakuno Miami panel members and their show we a DJ Toxica or Payo and Benjamin Compson on also Payo any Virgin Adele or no dear or tree Bemansem na omo bueno dwumadi. Me in the Halifax.